Okay, class, I have given you 4 questions. You think which question you haven't learned how to find the rate of change function? Have a look at it. A, B, C, and D. Which one? There's one that you haven't learned how to find the derivative function.
Is it C?
Why is it C? Okay. I just want to know why you say C.
Because we have to calculate ln with exponential.
Okay, so let me show you. C, let me show you first.
Okay.
For C, correct? Isn't it we learn about ln that if I have a few ln, I have a ln and inside there is a product or quotient of a few function, then I can break it. Still
Oh,
remember this? Still remember this? So is it possible for you to differentiate?
yes.
Yeah, so this is e to the power of 5, this is 5x, correct?
Yep.
So it's possible. So this is 5x. You learn how to simplify. Take away ln 1 minus x. Then you start to differentiate. Correct? Then you get your dy dx. So it's possible. So to C is possible. So anyone else? You want to tell me which one is? You still haven't learned. Based on the basic rule, you still can't. Abika, you want to try?
D.
Okay. Can you explain to me why is D? Can you explain why is D?
Because
why D you still can't? Why D you still? Because of what? Okay.
Because I don't know, miss.
Try. You can recognize means you know something.
Because we've only learned how we haven't. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. Miss.
Okay, we haven't learned how to do things like this because down here is not only one term like B, am I right?
Yeah, okay,
so
thank you.
There's a difference. So there's a difference between B and D, am I right? For D, the bottom is only one term. So if bottom is only one term, then we can do such a thing. We can do divide like that. We can split. But if the bottom is more than one term, then we can't. So we have to write as this. Correct? And you look at here, all the simple rule. Inside here must be one term only, correct? So, but yet there's 2 terms inside here, so we can't do that. So that is right. D, you cannot. Are you clear? So that is how we recognize which one we can use simple rule, which one we can't. So can you please try to do A, B, C first? Then I will teach you how to do D. Are you okay? Class? Okay, continue to do A, B, C, D first. Get the answer out first. I give you 5 minutes. Hurry up. Okay, I hope everyone got the answer. Okay, I will go through one by asking your, can or not? Okay, okay, Brandon, can you tell Mr. how to do part A?
First 5x times the equation inside. 5x minus 5x to the power of 4.
Okay, then after that,
And then after that, the 5x become 5.
okay, the derivative, the rate of change of 5x is 5.
Then
Then
4 times 5x 4 minus by the power of 4 minus 1.
Is that correct? 4 times 5, 20. So straight away write down 20. 4 minus 1 is 3. Straight away write down 3. Can or not? Everyone now you should be able to do it without writing down 4 times 4, 5 times 4 already. Are you clear? Okay. Thank you, Brandon. Okay, now next one. Kevin, part B. Kevin. Kevin, are you in my class? Kevin, he is taking food. Huh?
Hey, never mind, teacher. I'm back. I e
Sebastian, you talk.
3x plus e to the power of 4x and power 7x now.
So what to do?
Then I minus the denominator. Then I
You split first.
oh sorry.
Okay, if you can do it straight away, you go ahead and do it straight away. If whoever can straight away write down like that, go ahead and do it. Are you clear? Okay, Kevin, answer.
-4 e power -5x then plus negative
Kevin, louder.
-5 power -5x.
Hey, Kevin, you want to jump step, make sure you know how to jump step. I say exponential, the rule is copy down the whole thing. Time by the rate of change of the power. Plus, copy down the whole thing. You see, I know who to call on. Do you know why sometimes we all fail to do certain things in maths? It's because there are certain things you must follow the formula. Unless you are very familiar. Shortcut actually is not like just now here I can do a shortcut. But here you better don't. Shortcut will fail you at certain time, so don't do shortcut, please. Kevin, are you clear? Exponential term. Copy down the whole thing, time by the rate of change of the power. Then only I write like that. The power of the exponential never change. Please remember that. Okay. Got it? Kevin?
Okay, sorry. Minta maaf.
You minta maaf, exam you minta maaf to yourself, lor. Okay, C. Since Johan just now say, Johan, say how to do part C?
But see, you have to differentiate between
What should I do to the lawn?
the lawn. I must differentiate to three.
No, you cannot differentiate yet. You
Oh, not
cannot
yet.
differentiate yet. Always remember, things that I give to you, whether can differentiate or not, you have to recognize. There are a lot of things you can't differentiate yet. Correct? Until and unless you simplify it.
Okay, so simplify. Three.
3, I can put outside.
Yeah,
I want to
outside
talk
the
about the
bracket.
lawn. Mm. Okay,
My e to the power of
No.
Right.
Okay, Johan,
mhm.
you see, a lot of things we can't do in maths is because we don't so I split. So this formula, you must memorize this formula for log.
Okay.
So you see, a lot of things, a lot of times you all cannot simplify. It's not because you don't practice enough. You can practice 101 times, but you don't remember the formula. Your practice is wasted. Are you clear?
Clear.
I can only do one question, but I repeat over and over and over again until the moment I see the things, I will do it that way. It's better than I practice 100 questions and I come back to square one again. Do you know the meaning of square one?
Yeah, the basics, the formula, right?
When I say come back to the square one means 1 square is equal to 1. There is no change. That is the meaning of come back to square one. That is the meaning of the phrase. That means you practice 101 times, you still don't know what to do. So that is not called practice make perfect. Understand? Practice makes perfect means the first time I do, I know what is my problem. The second time I do, that problem shouldn't come again. That is called practice make perfect. So it's better to look at the correct solution 100 times than practice 100 questions and make the same mistake.
Okay.
Are you clear?
Clear.
Student? So that's why you can watch the video over and over again. You can pause and memorize it. Okay. Hao-Zhe, tell me what to do with this one. Hao-Zhe?
Hello.
Yes. Lon,
Ln 5ex.
5 to the power of
Yes.
e to the power of 5x. What 5ex?
Oh, sorry.
You all say properly, please. You see, sometimes I influenced by you also because the way you say. Okay, is e to the power of 5x. Take away.
Ln 1 over x. 1 minus x.
Okay, thank you. Can I simplify further?
Can.
Okay, what is that? The
5x.
first term? Okay. Why is 5x, Hao-Zhe?
The formula, you apply the formula.
Because, yeah, apply the formula. Which formula?
Ln e to the power of x equal to x.
Yeah, ln e to the power of x. So I can put the x in front. And here is ln e. And I know that ln e is 1. So if you also have to memorize this formula, clear? Okay, then ln. Ln is new to you. Things that is new to you, look through it over and over again, please. Okay, good, thank you. So dy dx. Okay, dy dx will be 3. Derivative of 5x is 5. Derivative for ln. Okay, hold on, I call someone. Yeah. Okay, Javashini. How do you get the ln of a function?
-1 over 1 minus x.
Yeah, so I should write down the bottom first, then put a -1 on top, correct? Why the top is -1, Javashini? Explain.
Because you got to use the negative x, right? So
You have to write down the derivative, the rate of change of -x on top. Am I right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, so thank you. You see, memorizing formula is very, very important. Are you okay? So I just test you on the 3 simple rule. Okay, so today we are going to talk about for part D. We call it if my simple rule doesn't work, the second rule I'm going to is what we call the chain rule. Okay, what do I mean by chain rule? Okay, chain rule must be like that. My y must be a number times by a function is more than one term to the power of n. Okay, it must be like that. Like for example here, E is your A. Yeah, let me give you the link of it. Let me erase first, use different color. So E is the A. So this is your fx and -1. Okay, this is your n. See or not? That is how it goes. That means inside that. Yep. Are you okay? So how to get the derivative? How to get the rate of change for this? Okay. If you want to look at the book, they also call it composite function. Okay. So that is not important, the word. Okay. So dy dx. So you have a change effect. Okay. Multiply by the power. Copy down the whole thing. Okay. Power take away 1. Then the chain effect. Multiply by the derivative of whatever in the bracket. Are you clear how to use chain rule? Yes or no? Student? Okay, so can you please try to do part D? Okay, you should be able to get your answer already, correct? So part D, I'm going to write down the question. Y equal to E over E to the power X minus 1. Okay, so first step, what must I do? As if
you follow the chain rule.
Huh? I can
Yeah,
straight away apply chain rule.
no, you bring
Rewrite.
the denominator to up.
Yeah, I bring up the denominator, write it as power -1. Okay, then Azif, direct
Then
me what to do.
you put e
Hmm.
times -1
Good.
in bracket e to the power of x -1
-1.
-1.
The power.
The power is -1 -1.
Yeah, so it's negative. Okay, I write.
2.
First step we write. Then after that.
Then times the derivative.
Hmm.
The derivative is e to the power of x times 1
Times 1.
and -1. No.
Minus what?
That's all.
Constant. Constant. What is the rate of change of constant? Azif?
0.
0. So this first time we write down everything. Okay. So this one will be negative e to the power x -1 -2 times e to the power of x. So it will be negative e to the power x if you want to, then over e to the power x -1 squared. If you want to do it further, you can write as negative e to the power x +1 over, because this is power 1. If you don't want, you can just leave your answer like that. Hello, class, are you okay? Chain rule. So if you compare to simple rule and chain rule, definitely chain rule is more complex. That's why when we do differentiation every time, if we know that simple rule can't work, then we will go to the chain rule. If chain rule can't work, then I will go something else. Hello, class, are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is another rule that everyone have to be familiar with. Have I make it very clear when to use simple rule, when to use chain rule? Okay, let's try a few questions. All these definitely use chain rule, okay? I don't trick you first. Afterward, the last question, I will. You see, I don't want to write, say find dy dx for each of the following. The reason is I want you to remember that dy dx is gradient function. Will it be too difficult for you at the beginning? Okay, do one this first. Okay, I give you about 5 minutes to try. Then we will go through one by one. Okay. If not, we can't complete the things. Let you have a chance to try first. Anyone try until the F already? Have you tried until F? Not yet. Okay, can we start question 1? If not, after we cannot finish discussing what we are doing, you can also try. Okay, so now question 1. Okay, Adele, Ayman, can I straight away using chain rule to differentiate it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, can you tell me what is the answer?
Negative 42.
Okay, you get negative 42 because you say 6 times 7.
Yes. 6
Right.
times 7
1
times
minus
1 minus x to the power of 6.
Huh? Oh, okay, yes. Power minus 1. Sorry. You see, my mind think of another thing. Yeah. Okay.
Then times negative 1.
Okay. Times negative 1. Okay,
Yeah.
Kevin, may I know, do you know why times by negative 1?
Yes, I know. F prime
know.
x ma.
Yeah, here. Correct? So you know, good. That is good. Okay, so we got the answer as 6 times 7, 42. So negative 42, 1 minus x to the power of 6. Done. Okay, B. Okay, Andy, Siti Haja, what should I do with this function first?
Bring up the denominator.
Yeah, bring up the denominator. It means
Power of
x squared.
1 over
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, power of -1/2. So next step, can I differentiate now?
Yes.
Yeah, I can find the gradient function now because it's in the form of a chain rule form, correct? Okay, so next,
-1/2
-1/2.
in bracket x squared minus 2x
Yeah, copy down the whole thing.
to the power of -3/2
Yeah, -3/2. Then after that,
times 2x minus 2.
okay, Johan, you know why -3/2?
Wait.
Yeah,
Because 1/2 times. Wait.
yeah. Wait, I wait for you. You still remember the chain rule?
Yeah.
Power take away 1.
So if power take away 1,
So it's -½ minus 1. That is how we get here.
got it.
Okay.
Basically, -1/2 minus 2 over negative. Sorry, minus 2/2. So you get
Mm.
-3/2.
Yeah, Johan, you have to memorize this quick so that you can straight away put down. You understand or not? If not during exam, you sure cannot finish your work one. Are you clear?
Understood. Yeah,
Mm.
clear. N minus
Okay.
1.
N
In
minus
power.
1. Yes. You not only memorize the formula n minus 1, you have to memorize how to minus a fraction.
Got it.
Are you clear? So that
Clear.
is your part because you can't use calculator.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is
you have to remember, everyone, -½ minus 1 is -3/2. Just memorize by heart. Don't have to go and convert it to equal denominator, then go like that. So just quickly. That is why some people, they can do maths faster, some can't. The reason is because they memorize a lot of things. Are you okay?
okay.
Yeah. Mm. Okay, Cindy, can you explain to Miss Do how you get this answer? I just want to make sure everyone know. Cindy?
The power of x come down and then the power 2 minus 1.
Yeah, okay, you are right. That
And
means
then-
I find the rate of change of x squared. That is 2x, correct? Then
And then
why 2 there?
and then the wait
The rate of change of -2x is -2. This one all we have remember already, correct? That's why we can do it fast. That means this is, here is your fx. Here is your f prime x. Are you clear? Okay. So I call you to explain is just to make sure everyone know the formula well. Okay, let's go to part C. Part C is y equal to e 1 minus e to the power x, the whole thing to the power of 3. Okay, now, Bram, can I straight away use chain rule?
Yes.
Bram?
Yes.
Can.
Yeah.
Because e is a number, am I right? Okay, can you give me the answer?
Bring 3 times e, so it's like 3e.
Yeah, okay.
Bracket 1 minus e to the power of x.
Yeah, copy down the whole thing.
And power of 3 minus 1.
There is 2. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then?
Times -1.
Sure? -1? Bram,
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah.
This is your fx. Derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of e, hello?
Is it EX?
Yeah, is negative, is 0. So if you want to be more accurate, it will be, you can write like that. Okay, you can write like this. I will write, beginner, I will write like that, 0, because rate of change of 1 is 0. Rate of change of EX is EX, e to the power x times 1. Okay, so now I got 3e 1 minus e to the power x square negative ex. So if you want to make it further, you can. That is negative 3e 1 plus x 1 minus e to the power x squared. You see or not? So when we test you on chain rule, for example, when we test you chain rule in your SAT 1, okay, well, how I will do the marking, I just let you know. Okay, this question I will give you 3 marks because SAT 1 is test you all on your basic, or I even give you only 2 marks. So this part and this part correct. Yeah, this whole part, you get 1 mark. You remember to get the derivative of fx correct, you get another mark. Hello? Are you clear? Can you please remember the chain rule properly? Chain rule always step on the f prime x is always based on the basic rule, simple rule. Correct? This is your f prime x. Remember, this is your fx. Here is your f prime x. And your f prime x always based on the simple rule. So you have to remember. So that's why you must get to know the simple rule first before you can do chain rule. Are you okay? Got it? Okay. Let's look at part E. Part D first. Okay, let's look at part D. Okay, how am I going to do part D? Up there is a number. Ln 2 is a number. E minus 5x. Okay, how to do part D? Carol Rampa. Carol Rampa, how to do part D? Should I rewrite this first?
Sorry?
How should I do part D?
For part D,
Can
you
I straight
should-
away find the gradient function?
no.
No. Okay, so how should I write it?
I think you should go for the split the E5x, I think.
How should I rewrite this?
I think you should bring E minus 5x up.
Yeah, so if I bring E minus 5x up, so how should I write it?
You should rewrite as ln 2 E minus 5x.
Is that
Good.
how I bring it up?
Yes.
Sure.
Is it -1?
Is it to the power of
Sorry, to
negative
power
1?
-1.
Yeah, you see, I'm very clever. You say bring up, then I write. how to bring up. There is another issue. You
Power
see,
of
how to
negative
bring up.
1.
Yeah, is when it's at the bottom, you have to apply this mathematical formula. Yeah.
Like 1 over
over a
A.
is a to the power negative 1. You have to apply this. See or not? Okay.
Got it.
Carol, can you tell me how to find the derivative now?
Yeah. dy
Yeah,
dx. And then ln to
Ln
e.
2.
Yeah, and then after that is times negative 1.
Okay, then
And then e minus 5x.
then
To the power of negative 2.
thank you. Then
And then it's where oh 5x, maybe 5x.
hello. This is your fx.
Oh, wait, negative 5. No, negative 5x.
Yeah, so you see, young people, mindset. E is a constant. Derivative of constant is 0. Okay, then the derivative. So here you must write down your f prime x. So it should be negative 5. Am I right? So at the end, you got like that. 5 ln 2 divided by e minus 5x to square. Are you okay? Okay. Now we go to E. Okay. Thaddeus, how to do E?
Write it first. Pi.
Okay, I have to rewrite y equal to
Bracket 2 log x bracket power negative 1.
why you want to make your life so difficult? I told you already, if down there is like that, whenever we have this, we write like that, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Like that better. Get that kind of habit. I know you can bring the whole thing, the 2 up. There's nothing wrong with that. But if we write it like that, then it will make our life. So now, can I use simple rule for this one, Thaddeus?
I think
You think? This is another question that we have the issue. Can I use simple rule? Do I have a simple rule of such thing as ln to the power of something? I have to ask myself.
cannot.
Cannot. Why? Because we only have these 3 simple rule. Let me write down the simple rule here for you. We only have these 3 simple rule. Correct? A, it must be a x to the power n. Am I right? So we have this. This is one of the simple rule. The next simple rule is for exponential. The base must be e only. So copy down the whole thing. Then the third one is a simple rule for natural log term. You see? it cannot, the ln, the whole thing cannot have power. So this is correct. So these are the three simple rules. So you look at this one. None of the simple rule can be used. So we have to go down to chain rule. Okay, cannot. So this is your fx. Your fx is ln x. Okay. So now, yeah, Thaddeus, continue. dy dx.
ds equal to negative pi over 2.
Okay, so it's pi over 2 times by the
Negative
power.
1. And ln x power negative 2.
Yeah, copy down the whole thing, power negative 2. Then
And
after that,
1 over x.
yeah, ln, derivative from ln, this is your fx. So your f prime x, we go to our simple rule, put x down here, that rate of change of x is 1. So we got negative pi over 2x ln x squared. You okay? So you see, you have to be very clear. Okay, I want to let you know certain thing because I said this question. I want you to take notes of this. Ln x squared is the x that is squared. So this can be simplified as 2 ln x. If I say ln x, the whole thing squared. So this one cannot be simplified. This means ln x times ln x. You see the difference? So this is
Because it's
something
squared.
that, yeah, because the ln x is the whole thing squared. This is just the x squared. Then you can bring the 2 up. Are you clear? So if you see like that, you have to definitely use chain rule. Are you clear?
Clear.
Okay, now. How about part F? Everyone look at part F. Can I use chain rule? I will leave it to you to do. Can I use chain rule? Nadini, can I use chain rule for F? Nadini? Can I use chain rule for F? Nadini?
Yes, miss.
Can I use chain rule for this?
Yes.
Okay, Nanini, take notes. Chain rule only can be used if here is a what? You ask yourself, is this a number?
No.
So you can't. So if this is not a number and you can't use chain rule, then what rule to use? So far, you only learn simple rule, right? So what you need to do is, you need to expand. After you expand, then you use your simple rule. Are you clear? So I leave part F to you. Why part F I cannot use chain rule? Purposely put it there to let you know that if you want to use chain rule, you make sure the fx to the power of something, that in front there must be a number. Are you okay?
Yes, miss.
Yes. So you can try the exercise 2.2 2C.2 and exercise 2F, the question 2, or 2G, the question 2, that kind of things. Are you okay?
Yes.
Hello, please. So you please try all the question in 2C.2. So chain rule is something that you have to know how to recognize it. Then you have to remember chain rule. Your f prime x. You want to get your f prime x, make sure you use your simple rule. Yeah, that's why we learn this rule in order. First, simple rule first. Simple rule can't work. Then I go to chain rule. Okay, class? Clear?
Clear.
So you better master your simple rule first. Okay, thank you, class.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you, miss.
Miss.
Thank you.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you.